Welcome everyone to Speaking with Kate, and on is Kate and Mickey. Hello, Mickey.
Hello,
It is the
welcome to a strange, strange day.
it's been a strange month. So here it is, the 21st of July, full moon. It actually hit its peak early this morning here, and it's been bizarre. So it here in Elmira, New York, we have had power outages. We just got our power back Thursday, I think. So
Yeah, a lot of people over there have been,
mhm.
well, over here too. Everybody's been through a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
I didn't get it,
Right,
you know.
and then we had the Windows debacle with the rollout of the security software from CrowdStrike that knocked out airlines
Yeah, well,
off.
that's what I was referring to.
Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's nice to know that it's not just the world targeting me personally. It's
I
being
think a
spread
lot of
around.
people feel that way. Yeah.
It's being spread around.
For once, I'm not being paranoid.
Right, right, exactly,
Well,
exactly.
they say that, once out of every 200, at least one time, it really is somebody after you.
Oh dear. So
I'm
I
being paranoid.
Yeah, so I don't know. Today I decided, well, let me go in and do this in a different room, and things have been Zoom updated their desktop, so everything looks different to me. So I'm seeing how things work, and hopefully everything. I see that. Let's see. We got to say hello to people. Hi, Carol. Carol is on. Joanna is on. Hello. Audrey is here. She made
Oh,
it.
good.
Hello, Audrey.
Very good.
So glad to have our three main girls on. Um, let's see if we, you know, attract Martin. Let's see. But so here, it's so weird. It's a Sunday at 1:30. This is the way we started 4 years ago on Sundays at 1:30. So we haven't done it on a Sunday at 1:30 in a long time, Mickey.
Yes.
So we're back to our roots. It's been like full circle, 4 year circle. It's
Yeah.
kind of amazing.
It's an
So
amazing time. I mean,
it is, and you
what can
guys
I
that are
say?
on Facebook, feel free to put your experiences down. I mean, Mickey and I'll talk about ours, and I know that my friend Mac is listening. She is driving right now, so I said to her, I said, you can probably turn it on through your car to listen, but I says turn it off when we do the meditation. Do not do the meditation while you're driving. So
Yeah.
anybody
Oh,
that's
God, no.
listening, that goes for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a funny time. Well, the full moon is always, a little harder because it's full blown out emotions, everything. Whatever you set in motion, if it went well, you're getting that. But if it didn't, you're being told why. And, it's a very heavily emotional time. Well, this time, it's even more emotional because the sun of who our ego is and who we really feel, our identity is in Cancer, and that's full blown emotion. So we want to be the Cancerian carer, who's into everything, cares about everybody. Could be a little manipulative, but the thing is that the moon doesn't want you to do that. It's in a very cold sign. So it's going to be more of a conflict than usual emotionally. There's a lot more emotional aggression. There are situations that are saying, but you've got to deal with this. And you're saying, oh, leave me alone. I feel, you know how I was, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
I did not feel good.
Yeah.
And through your kindness, you were kind enough to work on me. And I'm doing much better.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And one of the things I'd want to say to everybody is it's okay to feel whatever it is you feel. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you feel I don't like this, or if you feel I love this, or if I feel this isn't fair, or whatever it is, it's all. And even if you feel all those things about the same thing, it's okay
It's
to
important to
feel
feel it.
whatever
It's
you
important
feel.
to acknowledge, yeah, to
Yep.
know that that's what you're feeling and it's all right.
Hmm. Yeah, and those are the kind of things that I've been going through. So it's been a personally challenging July, really challenging July.
Yeah. I'll tell you how challenging it is. I have the heat on.
Get out.
No, I'm serious.
You woke up the
I,
other day, it was 91 in your house.
right. Well, today it's by far not, and I had to turn the heat on. First thing when I got up, and as you know, I pushed it to the last 30 minutes before getting up to jump and run and do everything. And, I had the clothes laid out. I had taken my shower and blah, blah, blah. But I, I got 2 hours sleep.
Mm,
So I said, I'm not going to obsess about it. If
yeah.
that's what I can get, I'll get it. And let's see how I am after.
Hmm.
So at the end of that, I got up and started drag myself through what I had to drag through. But I knew that it's a very heavy emotional thing. The fastest way to get to me is to make me cold.
Wow. So did you get your heat? Is it warming up?
Oh yeah, the house is toasty.
Oh,
But
good.
the idea of having to put the heat on at
In
the end of
July?
July,
Yeah. It is bizarre times. You know, it's
it was nice and warm. I had the window open for a change. I had two windows open. And I was sitting there looking at TV last night and said, what the heck? It feels cold in here. I could feel the air against my legs.
uh-huh.
And I said, let me close those windows.
Yes.
And that seems to have been the starting gun.
Wow. All right. Well, everybody just hold on. I mean, here we are, and this is a time that we are receiving what we have been putting out there.
Yeah,
Um, eh, eh, and sometimes I think we receive, or we're afraid to receive, things that we're getting from other dimensions,
yeah.
from
Well, I've been doing
other.
a lot of that.
They absolutely they are,
As you know, we've been talking about that. And
and it's coming in dream time and
I
awake time,
realized, huh?
and dream time and awake time.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting a lot of dimensional feedback during the day. And it's
Yep.
reached the point where that night that I told you, I almost called you up to say, I got to talk to somebody. I just need somebody on the line in this reality. So, I didn't call, but I was feeling quite apprehensive because I was looking at three different ones,
Well,
including my own. And I mean, I'm working for me in the now, but I'm looking at three other very distinctive realities. And it kind of blew my mind.
know that you can always call me.
Yes.
It's
I
okay.
got through it. I
Good.
got through it. I thought,
Yep.
why are you panicking? This is what you talk about and what you do, and you tell about. You can go to another reality. Well, leave it to you to not just do one.
True. True. And it
Scorpio's
is
going
a
to overdo whatever it is.
right. And it is a time that, we have other selves that are experiencing other choices that we didn't make, and who knows, we could have made these choices when we were 6 years old, and
Right.
that break off is happening.
Or
And
even before.
she is well, true, but she has had, her life going on,
Right.
but we are receiving feedback because the collective of our soul, higher self, is receiving all of the feedback. And
Yes.
it's a time where, I know they say the veil is getting thin, but it's like bleed throughs. Like you can feel certain things, and I question, why am I feeling this? And I've gone back to Ho'oponopono today, and I'm like, I don't need to know why I'm feeling this, why I'm seeing this. Just know inside that, I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, and thank you.
Yes.
And it seems to quiet it down, and it's one of those things that I when I was working every day, and catering to doing Reiki sessions, I did that for every client I had. Everybody got Ho'oponopono because I
Hmm.
was doing it for me. And I have been very remiss as to following my own advice.
Yeah,
And
me too.
today it's coming around again that, when you feel that way, just go through your affirmations and accept whatever is coming in. I mean, another me might be in trouble, or they might be, just won the lottery. It could be anywhere in between. And just
Yeah,
accept whatever it is, good or bad. It is their reality, and
hmm,
and it is going to the collective soul of each one of us. I don't know. I talk about this stuff and I understand it, and I read all of this in the Seth books, but boy, oh boy, when you're going through it yourself, it's interesting,
yeah,
and it's hard, and it's hard for all of us. So it's, if you guys out there are having, things happen, it's happening right along with all of us.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Are you playing with your lighting?
I'm looking for my notes I made about today, and they're on the desktop. So
Ah,
1 second while I look for that.
okay. You do that.
Okay, there we go. You were talking about what we're all going through and stuff, and it resonated with what I was getting
Well,
for today.
hold on 1 second. Joanna, she says, I thought I was just crazy. That, in a nutshell, describes it.
That's it. You
and,
hit it right on the head.
and
And
it is so not you, Joe.
I
it,
knew I was crazy and thought, well, okay, now what?
exactly, exactly. Thank you for sharing that with us. No, I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
Mickey. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going through all the notes because the last thing when I woke up this afternoon, it said, "Don't worry about the notes. Don't worry about it. Just you know the gist of what's going on, and just talk about how it really feels." And the main thing from the notes, the written notes, was that it was trying to stress the fact that when you run into folks that don't resonate with you or situations that are really unpleasant and so forth, it's very hard at that moment to remember that this is all a play because it wants to pull you into it. You want to react to what you're feeling or seeing or etc. or what someone else said to you or did to you, but it's a play. And for those little pockets of groups, like we're a group and there's other Seth groups and there's people who get into positive thinking and da da da, the internet is bursting with folks who want to coach you how to find your inner self and blah blah blah. Everybody's an expert. I've been studying this for over 50 years, and I'm not anywhere near an expert. So when folks get up and they're posturing and going on about what they know, it's the first turnoff for me because the humility of eternal truth is something we have to honor for real because, honey, we are such a tiny drop in the bucket. And the stuff we don't know yet is gargantuan. So it was stressing to me to understand that, first of all, there are a wide variety of evolutionary cycles, spiritual evolutionary cycles that are all living here together on Earth at once. I mean, there are places in the United States where people are searching for Sasquatch and all that kind of thing. There are people who admit that they have seen other forms on the planet that they don't understand, and they're not the average person you're going to see on the corner of 42nd and whatever in New York. It's just, you don't see Sasquatch going by, you know. But all these different evolutionary parts, all these ways you can be, we're all here together. And there are places on the earth where life is still very primitive. We call it primitive. We're the primitive ones. But they're still very much close to the spirit and close to the earth, and they live that way. And want nothing to do with us, I might add. So, but you must remember there are all kind, literally hundreds of thousands of different evolutionary levels that we were all trying to function on. And we do bump into each other in different situations. That was part of our agreement that, okay, while I'm doing this, I'm going to also get a glimpse of that. So that's what we're trying to do. And when it gets, I was trying to describe to you the other night what I was feeling and I couldn't find words. It's very much like the very air itself is a soup. It's so thick.
Yes.
It's so full of spiritual vibrations right now that I can hardly breathe.
Yes.
So, yeah, you would think you were crazy because
Right.
I have no further explanation. I
Yeah.
trust that whatever I'm getting is part of my spiritual path. But a lot of people don't have that to fall back on. So when the stuff gets really crazy, they're like, what the hell? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
I understand, but I tend to stop cold and just chill. I knew that I couldn't be buzzing around doing stuff. And the moment I started to try and get up and do little things, I got very nauseous. My emotional state insisted that I simply sit down or lay back and just relax. But I don't care. The
Mm-hmm.
main thing you got to do right now is stay healthy and your body feels sick.
Right.
So I had to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
And all the stuff about being positive, it was being positive to at least recognize what I was feeling
Mm-hmm.
and then give respect to that. So for 2 days, I did nothing but take my meds and I barely ate. Everything I ate was fruit.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's all I could handle. I didn't want any meats and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So to those of you that this is hitting particularly hard, like it's doing to me, we just have to hold hands and take a deep breath.
It's true. And I have found that I don't even know what to call it. The urges, like when you have a thought about somebody and then they
Yeah,
call you or reach out to you, I have found that that is especially strong right now. That
yeah,
when like the connection between people, entities. And Joanna said she thought it was part of her loss. And it is a part of your loss, right? That
hmm
connection is so strong. And whether you're reaching out, he's reaching out, it's just that. Hold on. It is a connection. Whether the person is on the other side or the other side of the earth. It,
right. Or
it's
next door.
it's or in the same room. It just is happening. The connections are much stronger. And thinking about everything like you're in soup, if you think about that thickness, there's a better way to connect.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
So
So, and it
sorry,
also, hmm?
sorry for feeling that way. And I am so sorry for your loss, Joanna.
Oh
um,
yes, I am too.
yes.
It's hard, honey.
He's
There's
reached out a
nothing we
couple
can
of
say that
times, and
there's nothing we can say that's going to fix it and make it all better. It doesn't happen like that. It takes a bit.
it,
Trust me, I know. I'm 36 months into this.
yeah. And what do they say? Grief is love with no place to go.
No place to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're feeling it more than usual because it's so clear what's gone.
It
And
right. And the moon is creating all of this emotional turmoil
oh,
as well. So eh, I get it. I get it.
yeah. We can usually look to the sun to be a lot less emotional and flying off the handle, but right now it's in Cancer. So it's dueling with all the emotion, and then the moon's throwing its bit in. It's difficult right now.
Yeah. But honor your feelings, whatever
Yes,
they are,
that's it.
acknowledge them, and then ho'oponopono them. I
Yes,
whatever those feelings are deep down inside. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. And you will find that it really does help.
yes, it does.
Yeah. I will put a link. I just was looking this up for a friend of mine, Deb, and I found a link of Dr. Hugh Lin. It's a 9-part series on YouTube of him speaking about Ho'oponopono. And
Who?
I will, Dr. Hugh Lin,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I will put a link to that when we're all done. I'll put it on the YouTube and I'll put it on the Facebook page.
Hmm.
So anybody that wants to look at that, they're more than welcome to. It's a lovely practice and simple, very simple.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
And I would look forward to going through it, and looking into the steps. Um, just a throwback to what I was saying. The thing about sit back and relax and don't do anything. Chill out. Once you acknowledge, chill out and pay the respect that, hey, this is like it is, and I really don't feel a worth of crap, and blah, blah, blah. While I was talking, and I only read maybe a third of the little notes. And the more I did, because it said, look, drop this and just, you know, deal with the now. And the more I insisted on reading some of it, now quite nauseous.
Oh, Mickey.
It's this feeling of,
Okay, so
where
um,
you want to just lay back in
turn
the.
your notes off. Turn your notes off. Don't even look at them
I
anymore.
did. I
Oh,
said,
good.
that's all you get today. I'm not telling anymore.
All right, that's good. And I just want people to know to acknowledge the way they feel and embrace it, you know, for whatever it is, the good, the bad, the sad, the happy, all of it, because we are here to experience everything.
Yes.
And we are, and the universe is just, it's given us a lot right now. But I always, my mother always would say, God doesn't give you more than you can handle. And I really do believe that, because we can handle a lot. We're
Yes.
very strong, very, very strong. All of the women that I can see here, I know are very strong women.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see what else. Full moon is, put your crystals out,
Aquarius,
let
the
them.
last, the first couple of degrees of Aquarius. And
Okay.
the moon, I mean, and the sun, all this stuff is kicking up about being emotional. It's only got one more day to be in that, so it'll move out of that quickly. But for yesterday and today and tomorrow, gird your loins, folks, and just get ready to, like if people jump in your face, family members and this and that, whose emotions have been tweaked, let it go. There is absolutely not a worse time to try and prove that you're right. You can be very right and it can be horribly wrong. This isn't the time.
Right. And for most people, they don't understand what we understand. And they don't know why they're feeling the way they are.
Yeah, that's
And
the hard part.
it is. And we understand more. And so we can be a little more compassionate.
Hmm.
And it's not personal. See, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
It
that's the
feels
hard part.
it feels personal, but it's really not personal.
It's not. But it's hard to think that when you're sitting there feeling it.
It,
Trust me.
yes, it is.
My gills are green whether I recognize it or not.
Uh, and it's important that I want everybody on here to know that, like Mickey said in the beginning, such a turnoff when people are like, oh, well, I know this and I know this and I'm so important. We're all going through the same shit, all of us.
Yeah.
And we just, we have our bad times. Mickey was nauseous. You know what? I hurt my good knee. So
Oh,
I
no.
haven't been able to walk around. I haven't been able,
Oh,
I mean, literally, I have been stopped from doing anything. Now,
oh,
I didn't do anything to hurt it. I just woke up and it hurt.
yeah.
And I probably overdid gardening and stuff like
I
that.
was thinking it, but wasn't going to say it.
I know. I was pulling weeds, and my knees didn't hurt. So I had my little pad and I was kneeling down and pulling weeds and stuff, and it didn't hurt. So I probably did it longer than I should have, because
Yeah.
I wasn't given that little urge to, oh, time to get up, and I overdid. So now I'm suffering, not really suffering, but I'm being quiet. So I've had my leg up. I can't cross my leg. That's the worst part. God,
Yes,
I'm such a leg crosser. It's the back of my knee. It's not even the front of it. It's the underneath the real soft side, the
yeah,
a
there's a
something.
knot about
Uh,
that size at the
yep.
back of my knee. It's a
Well,
little
I got one
ball
now.
to it. Yeah,
Yep.
and that
So I've been,
dictates its own weather report.
yeah. So I've been icing it and putting it up, and today it's better. I could still feel it, you know.
I've learned to
Uh,
massage it.
I have to say to Joe, she all she's done is cry, and
But
and
that's a
there's
good thing.
nothing. Let it out. Yeah, just cry.
Yes, for
Just
God's
let it
sake,
go.
do cry. Cry all you want because
Yep.
it's letting it out and making adjustments.
Yep. I did some crying today. A lot of crying today. As a matter of fact, I was on the phone with Carol. I let out a whole lot of stuff, and I'm like, why is this happening? And then it was a couple of things, a reading from Bashar, and it's like,
Oh,
okay, accept what you're feeling. What you're
yeah,
feeling isn't wrong to feel it. It's your feelings to feel.
exactly. He
Nobody can
tickles
tell you.
me. His
Oh, yeah.
logic, he jumps in and he has no filter.
No, I love him too.
He tickles me to
Yeah,
bits.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
no, well, you're wrong. Blah, blah.
yeah. Right, right.
You
It's
couldn't be
like,
more wrong.
well, I don't like, I kept saying, I told to Carolyn, I'm like, I don't like to feel like this. I want to feel good all the time. Well, then you need to change that. And why do you
Good for
feel that
you, but
way?
that doesn't happen like that on Earth. It's
Mm-mm.
not a constant, a fixed
Right,
constant.
right.
No,
So,
that's not why you came.
yeah. So
By
it's
the
really
way, folks, I'm feeling tiny bit better because I did one of my grandmother's old remedies. A
lemon.
tiny piece of lemon peel, just the outer part between your teeth, and it cuts nausea.
Nice. That's probably
So,
why they put lemon in Sprite.
yeah, lemon peel, fresh lemon with that fresh oil. It really
Nice.
does stop it. It doesn't stop it forever, but it works. You can put in another piece if you want, but somehow it has a lovely effect.
So Joanna says, well, he needs to visit me. And she said that to Mickey. Um,
Oh, I understand that only too well. That makes me well up because that's where I was at. And the thing I was told was, that's nice, but what does he need? So I hadn't thought about it that way. And I was like, well, if you get a minute, or if it becomes convenient, because they're brand new students of something totally new.
right.
And they're breaking away from old stuff and being shown a lot of new stuff they didn't even know they had,
Yeah.
So I have learned to be very patient for the times when he can visit.
Mhm.
And he will visit in very unusual ways. You were with me online yesterday. We were talking. And I was frantic because I couldn't find my remote control. Remember
Yep.
that?
I do.
And I searched the whole time we were talking. And then when we got off, and I says, okay, that's all I'm going to do tonight is I've got to find this tonight, and then I'm going to bed. No sooner did I close the messenger than I put my hand like this, and the remote was right there under my hand. Now,
Yeah.
you and I both know that's not where it was all that time I was
I
looking.
do. I do. I do because I could see there. Yes.
I dug up everything on the sofa, underneath every pillow, and blah, blah, blah. And then there it was, under my hand, literally.
Yes. Now, Joe said he can visit me, then maybe I can get him something. The thing is when you have a loved one that has passed, the grief that we feel is that love that has nowhere to go. But know that they are all worried about us too,
Yes,
right?
very much
So
so.
he is worried about how you're doing,
Yeah,
and are you gonna be okay, and what can I do to help you? And that's why they try so hard to get through in whatever way, whether it be
right.
like Nikki's had some physical manifesting of
Well,
objects.
yes.
And there was this actually it was just a recent thing on TV where they're proving that spirits from the other side can utilize technology, and they
Mm-hmm.
can affect computers, and they can affect phones, and they are doing exactly that.
Yeah, I'll tell you one of the favorite things that Jack has. I've had two readings from different uh, psychics in America, so one of them was funny when she said that I wanted to get in touch. He said, "Well, doesn't she know I'm there every day? Can't she see when I do all that stuff?" And I said, "Well, what stuff?" And she says, "What about the stuff in the bathroom?" Well, I had to laugh because almost every day I go in the bathroom when you wake up and you go in the first time, and I look and the toilet paper is in puddles on the floor. I mean, we're talking 25 feet, and I've got to sit there and wind it back. And that was happening to lesser and lesser length for weeks.
Yep,
And
God,
his explanation was,
remember that.
look, I'm new, I don't know how to do much, but this is one of the few things I could do to actually interface with your reality. Take what you can get, I'll get better, but this is for now, this is what I can do.
Ah,
And it
I
happened more than
remember that.
5 times.
That is crazy. But that you think that's probably a pretty easy for the thing for them to do, right?
No, but it's trying to move interdimensionally.
Right.
We're having a hell of a time doing it. Why would we think it's so easy for them? And they're in a new place.
Right. And everybody has seen the movie Ghost, right? You saw how
Yeah,
hard it was for him to move that penny, and how he had to practice and
right.
practice for days and days until he finally could do it.
Because they're in
Uh,
a different vibrational field.
right. Right.
And
Exactly.
you're trying to synchronize two vibrations to get them close enough that they can be aware of each other.
Right.
That's not easy.
Now, she's still typing. She says she's talking about Mickey's husband. So she's inviting Jack to visit her so that she could get him something.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, he may or may not take you up on that. I
Right,
don't
right.
know.
He's interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
He kind of I we have figured out that he has chirped in my ear, and I have blurted out things, and as soon as I'm like, well, that wasn't me.
And I didn't believe it for the whole first year that you were saying that because I was like, why would Jack be talking to you and blah blah blah? But he was. He really loved you, and he was reaching out to you.
But it
And
was
I at first
all
found that hard to accept.
Yep. But it was all to
So I
make me
admit that.
feel better. And it actually started when I asked him permission to send you
Yes,
something. And
right.
because I asked permission, I think I opened the door.
You sure did.
Yeah. And quite often I don't know it's him until after the fact. And me
Right.
and Mickey both look at each other like, yep, that was Jack again.
It's so much easier to tell when the two of us are talking to each other and it happens. Then I can really recognize the vibration.
Yeah.
But Joe, just relax because you're in the very, very first of it. And like I said, I'm 3 years in, and I had to learn an enormous amount
Yeah.
about interfacing with them and about myself,
Yeah.
to make me ready to have that kind of communication.
Hmm.
It's a lot to it.
And it takes as long as it takes.
And that's right. There's
It could
nothing
be
you
a
can
week, a
do.
month, a year, a decade, or
It's all
more.
up to we have no way to know what he's going through.
Mhm.
And particularly under the circumstances, I'm sure there's an enormous amount of emotional adjustment that has to be shown and explained and accepted. So he's got a lot of work that he's doing.
Yeah.
And
Abs-
if you're at your job and you're right in the middle of a huge project, and just as you're about to complete it, and then some ghost wants to come in and say, "Hi, let's talk," and you're like, "Well, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, right now. Wait, wait." You don't want to not do it, but you might be standing at the head of a table in a board meeting at that moment.
True.
You
Very,
know,
very true.
so there's a lot of adjustment here.
Hmm.
There's a lot uh, to kind of make it work. And the biggest thing of all is relax. Don't try to push it,
Hmm.
and don't you can't make a plant grow faster by pulling on the stem. It's going to grow however it's going to grow, and pulling on the stem and the leaves doesn't make it come up faster. It just breaks them off and you're starting over.
Right. And use the speaking with Kate as support. You know, everybody
Yes,
on there are very, very supportive and
yeah.
reach out. You know,
And Joe, you're very welcome to message me sometime, and I will definitely be happy to talk to you at that moment. You know, I'm a nighthawk, so I'm up real late.
yeah,
Um,
Mickey kind of lives by New York time,
yes, I do.
even though
Oh,
she's in England. All
yeah,
right, Joe said he brought my mom the first time, and then the other day he just came to hug me. That is so beautiful, Joe.
that's big.
And she says, "I love you so much." To you,
Oh,
Mickey.
we
To
love
you,
you
Mickey.
too. Oh, I love you, sweetheart. I particularly feel a connection because we are walking through the same forest.
Hmm.
You're over by one clump of trees, and I'm over by another clump of trees, but we're in the same forest, and it's full of paths. You know, so hang in there.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll drift into each other at some point on the path, and then we'll each go on our own way and so forth. But it's a magical forest.
mhm,
Don't doubt that.
yeah. And you know, I feel like today for our journey, a lot of self healing, uh,
Yeah,
and maybe we'll do a little bit of work with some imagining scenarios that we want to create,
yeah.
or not.
With lots of just plain rest in between. We need to be in our lab and lying there in our big chair where we can lay back or on a little, massage table or whatever, but we need to lay back and simply breathe.
Right. And because we're live, you know, I usually don't try to be quiet for more than 5 minutes. But as people are
It
listening
helps
to this,
when you do.
well,
I love it when you
okay,
when you
well,
just
maybe.
let us lay there, leave us alone for a few minutes,
Yeah.
and my spirit just goes off bananas at that point and runs and grabs stuff and you
And
know,
you guys could always hit the pause button, you know, when it's the recording, when it's the recording. But I will definitely leave us there longer, so that we can really, really receive the healing
it's nice.
from whoever you call in, and
Yeah.
whether it be God or your higher self or guides or angels, your past loved ones, you know, whoever it is, or it just might be yourself, you know, doing self healing.
Yes.
um just call in anyone that you need.
I must say, Audrey, I thank you for your good wishes. I can feel them.
Carol agrees with you, Mickey. She says, me too, I like the quiet
Oh,
pauses.
very good.
Okay, Kate, I got this one loud and clear, right? More long pauses. All right.
Yeah, it
And
helps.
yeah, yeah. Now, Mac, don't listen to this. Turn it off when we go into the meditation. She's driving. So,
Oh, yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Please.
right, right, right. You listen to the chit chat, but then stop. You know, when
We
we
can
go into the
do the
meditation,
journey
just stop.
later. And if you try and do it now, you may not get to do it later.
Well, we
How
may be
about
doing
that?
it. We may be doing it later, talking to you on the other side, and let's not
Yeah,
go there.
pick your sides, honey, because this is the spot where you got to do as you're told.
Yes. Do we think we're ready to try this?
Yeah, okay. I must say, Joanne, thank you too, because sharing this kind of space with you has helped me tremendously, and I'm not nauseous.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. And Audrey said she loves us both.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You know I love you.
That's right. That's right. And Martin, whenever you hear this or if you're on, we love you too. So
Yes, indeed.
it's such a special group. And I know that lots and lots of people listen and they send notes later on, but they're just not comfortable speaking out loud. And it's such a wonderful group, but you guys keep us going, that send us the little notes and the little, I see love bubbles coming up. And right, because I've got four screens going on. I've got
Oh
this,
God.
I've got the chat, I have Facebook behind that, and then I have the screen where I put the meditation stuff up, so the the ocean's view, so when we go
Yeah.
into meditation. So I have a whole lot going on here with my computer, and everything is working, knock on wood, working real well right now.
Well, you're tap dancing while conducting a symphony.
Absolutely. Oh, I just had the thought of Big dancing on the piano on the floor.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, too funny, too funny. All right, well, I'm going to ask everybody to just get yourselves comfortable. Make sure your head's supported, lay back, and Mickey and I are going to stop our videos. I'll share my screen so that we have pretty visuals. And Mac, we will see you later. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Gail's there. Hi,
Oh,
Gail.
good.
She
Hi,
she
sweetie.
said, "Way to go, Kate." All right, Gail.
Okay.
I love it. All right, so let's get ourselves ready. My video's going off. Okay, so I want everybody to just relax as we go into this July's full moon journey. Let's take a couple of deep breaths together, in through your nose and out through your mouth, and let's give it a big sigh at the end. Just releasing anything that's pent up inside of you, just let it go. Another deep breath in and out. Good. Very nice. Now I'm just going to relax us by just mentioning different parts of the body. And as I do, just focus on it and then release any tension that you may be holding there. And let's start at the top of your head, your scalp, your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, eyelids, and your ears, your cheeks. Part your jaw just a little, releasing all tensions that you may hold there. Beautiful. And your neck. Make sure that your neck is supported. And then release all tension being held there. Moving down to your shoulders. Wiggle them a little bit and then just let them droop down. Your arms, your fingers, shake them out a little bit. Get rid of some of that energy. Nice. And your chest. Feel the rise with each breath and the fall with each out breath. Know that you are breathing in beautiful white light that is healing and releasing all old energy, old emotions, anything that's stagnant within you. Just let it go. The air around you takes it right down to the earth, and Mother Earth just cleanses all of this energy and makes it pristine and renewed. Now focus on your back, your upper back, and release the tension there in your belly, in your hips, your buttocks. Relax your legs, your thighs, your knees, your calves and shins, your ankles, your feet and your toes. Wiggle your toes. Get rid of the last bit of energies that you want to release. Right? This is a time that you have to release whatever you want to let go of. And breathe in beautiful, healing white light. And now we're ready for the 3 to 1 count. So as we all breathe in deep, I want you to visualize and say silently to yourself 3 times, getting softer with each time, and then 2s and then 1s. And you can do it along with me. So let's take a deep breath in. 3, 3, 3. Another deep breath in. 2, 2, 2. And another deep breath in. 1, 1, 1. We are each now in a deeper state of mind, a clearer state of mind. And I would like for you to visualize a staircase that leads down to our heart space. And we know that when we get to the bottom, we will be in our meditation room and we will be visiting our lab, our healing room. So if you're ready, hold on to the handrail and I'm going to count us down from 10 to 1. 10, 9, going deeper and deeper. 8, 7, deeper and deeper. 6, 5, 4, deeper and deeper. 3, 2, deeper, and 1. We are now at the bottom of the staircase. We see our quantum door, and here's our beautiful meditation room with our couch or our lounge. Our fire is there, and it's warm and it's cozy, and it feels so comfortable to be here again. But we're going to go ahead into our lab, and we're going to either lay on our lounge or our healing table, whatever you see fit. So let's join me in there, each one of us, and get yourself comfortable with a pillow behind your head, maybe one under your knees. Maybe I will just put a little ice pack under my knee that is hurting me. So let's just get ourselves situated, comfortable. You can put a blanket over yourself or not, depending on if you are cool or if you're warm. Turn the air conditioner on. This is your lab. You create it any way you see fit. Now, as we're getting comfortable on the table and we are safe in our space, we are wrapped in a beautiful golden light, and we ask our angel spirits, guides, beings of light, ascended masters, teachers, higher self, whoever you want to ask to come in to assist you, to work with you in healing your body, mind, and soul. This is a time when you can release whatever it is you need to let go of. You can accept all the feelings you have, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because really, in retrospect, they're all good and they're all necessary. And you can ask these higher beings to scan your body, to do hands-on healing. You can sit and talk with them. Whatever it is you need to do, but I am going to give you plenty of time to do what you need. Enjoy. feels just wonderful, a complete healing. I want you to thank your beings, your higher self, your angels, whoever you asked to assist you. Thank them. Show so much gratitude. Know that they are always with us. All we need to do is ask for their help, and they will be there. So when you're ready, you can take a couple of deep breaths here and just sit up on the side of your table. Just get acclimated a little bit. Grab some water. Your lab is fully stocked with water or with whatever you need. And when you're ready, you can get off the table or out of the chair and go and sit behind your desk. The big desk that has the 2 computer screens in front of it. And sit in your big business chair. Right? That chair has all of the bells and whistles that it needs. It has buttons and it does whatever it is you program it to do. So we're going to sit at this desk and notice that the 2 screens in front of you, they're covered with a black velvet cover. Go ahead and uncover both of them. Now the screen on the right is your manifesting screen. That's the screen where you're going to create and you're going to dial it in to save it. The screen on the left is your deletion screen. So anything that you create that you want to then delete, just swipe left, push it over to the screen on the left, and that will delete whatever it is that you want to get rid of. So we're going to start really easy, very simply. I would like for you to create, imagine on your screen a piece of fruit that you especially love. It could be a lemon, like Mickey talked about. It could be an orange or an apple or a banana. Whatever fruit feels right to you. Create it on that screen. See it completely. And when you can visualize it on the screen, I would like for you to take your left hand and reach into that screen and hold it in your hand. So I'm going to use an apple as my example. So I have an apple, and I'm now holding it in my left hand, and I can see it, and I can hold it. It is cold and very firm, like squeeze your fruit. And I can't smell it yet because the skin on it is complete. So you have utensils there. Whatever you need, you can grab. If you have a banana, just peel it. If you have an apple, grab your little paring knife and just cut a little piece out of it. And I'd like for you to smell that smell of your fruit. Right? If it's a lemon or an orange, just peel off that zest a little bit and smell the beautiful crisp smell of your fruit. You can actually take a bite of your fruit. A nice bite of my apple. Is your mouth watering? Mine is. How real is this? So we can smell our fruit. We can taste our fruit. We can feel it in our hand. And it is real. Now we can put it back on the screen. And you can choose to save it, dial it in, or you can swipe left to let that go. Whatever you see fit. The next thing that I would like for you to imagine on that screen is the first thing that bubbles up to you. Is it a feeling? Is it a memory of a place or a person? Whatever it is, imagine it on that screen on the right. Now you can interact with that beautiful memory, whatever it is. And then you can dial it in and save it. Now let's dial into a blank screen. And I would like for you to put up an event that maybe wasn't so happy and maybe you didn't like the outcome. And visualize it on the screen on the right. See what it is that you didn't like about it. And you can visualize yourself walking through that scene and changing it. Changing that scene to something that is more suitable for you. A better outcome. The outcome that you wish had happened. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this. Now that you've changed the outcome in your memory, and it is as real as that piece of fruit that you just smelled and you tasted. You can dial in this new memory and save it. If you're still not happy with the outcome, you can just erase that memory by swiping left. It is entirely up to you. Do that now. Now I'm just going to give you time that you can imagine anything that you want on your screen. If it's memories that you want to let go of, or they could be memories that you want to change, or they're memories that you want to relive and then dial in and save them, right? Those are the three things that we can do at this time. And know that when we change the past, our memories, it really does change. So I'm going to give us a few minutes to work on this with our screens. Creating, changing, saving, or deleting. Have so much fun doing this. Enjoy yourselves. I'll be back in a few minutes. Now I hoped changing your creations, saving them, redoing them, has worked for you. And I want to make sure that each one of you remembers exactly what we did and know that you can visit this place anytime you wish, and you can create, and you can change the past. You can experience from a different point of view. Any memory, any new event that you want to create, right? We are the creators. And this was just a small example of how we could create, change those creations, and interact with those creations. You can spend all the time that you want here, but I hope it has worked well for you. Now make sure that you either save or delete the last thing you were working on, and when you've completed that, cover up your screens again so that they're nice and safe for the next time that you visit them. Beautiful. So now you can stand up and you can take a deep breath in and out. We are so relaxed and we are so healed, and we are amazing creators. We are creating a good life. We are creating good memories. We are creating our own reality. So now it's time to come back to the here and now. And I am going to count to 5. And on the count of 5, you are going to open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, just like you've had a wonderful nap. But you're going to remember all of your experiences. You're going to remember your healing. You're going to remember your creations. And I would like for you to say to yourself every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. And when things happen in your life that maybe hurts you or bothers you or disturbs you, we can use the Ho'oponopono prayer and say, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. And with those 2 affirmations, we are all set to come back to the here and now. Again, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And on 5, you are going to open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling rested and wonderful. 1, 2, you're coming up very nicely. 3, 4, you might want to stretch a little bit. And 5, eyes wide open, feeling wonderful all over. And I have to say thank you for joining me on this journey of creation. I'll see you in just a moment. Well, there I am. I'm back. How does everyone feel? I hope everybody was able to create their fruit and their experiences. And I hope you take this with you and you use it in your future. You know, a good time is right before bed. You know, it's a way to go into your meditation room, go into your lab, and work at your screens. Audrey's back. Welcome back, Audrey. I see Mickey is back too. Good, good. She's drinking her water. Nice. So that was a little bit of mix of hypnosis
Perfect.
and Bert Goldman and a little Dr. Hugh Lin.
It was absolutely perfect. And I
Oh,
can't remember not even one word you said.
oh,
'Cause I was deep. I was
deep.
in it.
All
And
right.
I particularly appreciated the nice alone time in the beginning of it where you gave us all that nice time to adjust and do what we needed to do.
Yeah. You guys make my life really easy. All I had to do was be quiet.
Yeah, that's probably my hardest assignment, but okay.
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
everybody feels good. Audrey, how you doing? Gail, Joanna, Carol. I hope everybody's doing okay.
Yeah. That was really nice.
Joanna, she said she so misses this.
Oh,
Oh, Audrey, she's a little sad. Feel the sadness. Be okay. Carol said, me too, Mickey. I went in and came back. Don't know what happened in between.
I came up twice and could just, realize where I was, realize I was in my lab and went right back out. I just came up, oriented myself, and said, right. Okay. So I went right back. But that's what I needed.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. This time I put a bite of fresh peach on my palate. That helps.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah,
Joanna said the same thing. She said, yeah, I was out.
it was.
Okay. All right. You guys, you're helping to teach me how to do this more effectively as well.
Oh, and by the way,
Mhm.
with Joanne,
Yes.
I have a message from Jack. And he said he can't reach you directly right now, but he wanted to at least say, do you want the good news first or the bad news? Okay, now you tell us. Which would you prefer, the good news or the bad news first?
Bad.
Okay. The bad news is love never dies. That's hard.
That's pretty profound.
It's hard. That's the bad news. But the good news is love never dies.
I love you, Jack.
I do too. I was so surprised to get that. He had to say it to me about 5 times. I'm like, what? But they were the same things. Is yes, that's what we're discovering.
Joanna said, yeah, that's for sure true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But all the best. He really wishes you well. He said you got quite a way to go. But just know that it's both the good and the bad of it. Love never ceases. So it's not going anywhere. It feels like it's gone somewhere that you can't follow, but it's right beside you and you just don't see it.
So Joanna said, so he heard what I had to say.
Yes.
Yes.
I was so sure he wasn't going to say anything. And so it's surprising me, but that was at the end of mine was it came in. It said, look, tell your friends I have good news and bad news. Okay, what are they? And they were both the same. And then I understood
Yeah.
it's the good part and the hard part. But it is what it is. You can count on it. It will never, ever, ever not be love.
I love that. I think that's a really good note to say goodbye on. Enjoy this full moon, and your emotions are high, and just relax into them. Feel them and just be okay with them, because you have them, because that's what you need.
That's what we signed up for.
It is. It is. Yeah.
So,
Carol said, that's what I said earlier today. That's why I love myself, because I feel that deeply.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's
Thank you,
beautiful.
Carol. Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you, Audrey.
Audrey.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
that was a lovely journey.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right. We will see you again in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Enjoy. Be safe. Love you all. Bye bye.
Love,